Hey there, happy day. Do you have what it takes? What the heck does that mean? Do you have what it takes? Do I have what it takes? Of course I have what it takes. You know, these memes go around on the internet all the time. If you're on social media at all, or you see it in graphics and posts and things all over the place, all over the world, not just online, but they get passed around at work, they get passed around in clubs. They're just sayings that a lot of people can relate to or that trigger your response to things. And one of the things that's been going around for a long time is, do you have what it takes? What are the things that it takes to be successful? Do you have what it takes to overcome challenges? Do you have what it takes to be resilient? Do you have what it takes to be successful? Do you have what it takes to be happy? And there was one that really I appreciated, and it struck a nerve because it reminds me to ask myself, do I have what it takes to go for something that I want, to go for anything that I want? And success and our desires and what we want is, of course, 100% defined by us. What I want is totally different than what you want. But there's things that we can bring to getting what we want that are absolutely positively free. And it's up to us to decide whether we are going to invest the energy and the time and the commitment, and if we have the desire to get the things that we want, or if we're just going to let them slide away from us. And that's true of opportunity. It's true of dealing with difficult situations. It's true of dealing with COVID-19. It's true of dealing with our relationships, our family, our jobs, our careers, everything. So I want to share the 10 things, and a bonus one, of course, because I always have a bonus one, that I think are really important. And I want you to ask yourself, yes or no, do I have what it takes to do this? And I'm going to ask it with respect to doing the Get Up and Go challenge, which we're going to start again on Monday at 11 a.m. on this very page, the Get Up and Go challenge page. Do you have what it takes to do the Get Up and Go challenge? And you can ask yourself these same questions. Do you have what it takes to do anything, to achieve anything, to go after any goal or anything that you want? If you want to make a sports team, do you have what it takes? Well, ask yourself and rate yourself on these 10 things, because if you do these 10 things, you will achieve what you want. I absolutely can guarantee it, that if you do all 10 of these things, if you are and embody all 10 of these things, you can have whatever it is that you want in your entire life, right? So what's the first one? The first one is, of course, hard work, a work ethic. Do you realize that absolutely anything you want is going to take some exertion, some effort on your part? Things aren't just going to fall in your lap, and you're not just going to get what you want automatically by thinking, I want this, therefore it's going to land in my lap. You're going to have to take some steps and some action and put in some effort, which is work, to help that show up in your life. So whatever it is, it's going to take some action and some motion on your part. Are you willing to put in the effort? Are you willing to put in the time? A lot of times when we want to achieve something, it just requires that we put in enough time learning about and doing the things that put us in a position to be able to achieve that thing. So number one, work ethic, hard work. Are you willing to do the work that's required to achieve the thing that you want? Everybody says they want to be a millionaire, right? Absolutely everyone you ask, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Or they'll tell you, I don't want to be a millionaire because I don't want to work that hard. I don't want to put in the time and effort. And I love those people and appreciate those people, because they're being upfront and honest with themselves and with the rest of the world. They're saying, no, you know what? I want to do this, and I want to have, I want to delegate my time and my effort to the different areas of my life. And it isn't all about creating a business or a work ethic or our financial level. For me, that's just not what's important to me. And that's awesome. But we need to put effort into every area and every aspect of our life, not just our business and careers. So are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to put in the effort and the resources required to get what you want? The second one is one that I love, because it's one that we can't teach people. You can't, and either you have it or you don't. Either it's the right time for you or it's not. And that is hunger, drive, desire, motivation. All those things come from within you because you want something, and nobody can give that to you. They can incentivize it. I love the challenges where everybody's like, I'll give you these prizes if you do the homework every day. And they give away incredible, amazing prizes. And I've done that too. I've actually created games and done challenges with scavenger hunts and things just for the fun of it, right? And to motivate people to act, right? And act in a timely manner. But the truth is, it has to come from within you. There's no way to teach a lot of these things. You choose to create them in your life and for yourself, or you don't. Either you are willing to work hard for something, or you're not. Either you are motivated and hungry for something, or you're not. And what some people are hungry for, it does nothing for other people, right? We're each different. I am hungry to achieve certain things in my life that would leave, the people in my family absolutely cold. They're like totally not interested in that, couldn't care less. So the second one, of course, is your hunger, your motivation, your internal drive to achieve the thing that you want, to overcome the challenge, to achieve the goal, or to have success, or to make a certain amount of money, or to be in a certain physical shape, or whatever it is for you. The third thing, and what I say is 80% of success, is showing up, being on time, being there, being where you can be to get the benefit of whatever it is you need. I always told my kids this with respect to school. Hey guys, 80% of your grade, 80% of the information that you absorb comes from being there, showing up, being present, and participating, right? Because if you're not there, you don't get the information. If you don't get the information, you don't get what you need to achieve the goal or objective that you want. Now, in school, for example, once I decided, and it took me a lot of years to figure this out, but once I decided the grade I wanted from a particular class and instructor, now it wasn't about having to learn everything about that subject, which helped me a lot because I was totally thought that was the way you did it. It was about figuring out what the teacher wanted in exchange for me, what I had to give them to get the grade I wanted. So if I wanted an A, they started handing out these syllabus things, and they would say, this is what you need to do to get an A. And all I did was then focus on, these are the things I need to do to get the grade, the A or the B or the C that I want from this particular course, this particular instructor. And some courses, all I wanted to do was pass. Other courses, I wanted that A to help my GPA, right? So being on time and showing up. Again, 80% of life is just being in the action. Show up, be present, and don't just think that you're God's gift to the world because you grace us with your presence. That seems to be a trend nowadays. People think they're entitled to things just because they exist. Wake up call, not true. You have to show up and be willing to be hungry and work, put in the work, right? So number 4 is take initiative, be a self-starter. I need to get my magnifying glass because I can't read this list. Initiative, self-starter, able to figure stuff out. Oh my God. My friend Steve Larson calls this be a self-solver, and I'm sure he learned it from someone else like I do. We learn everything from somebody else and then we use it. We make it our own. But you got to be willing to start, to take action. You're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know every step along the way, but you got to be willing to take that first step toward what you want. And that's initiative, right? The next one is kindness, love, and happiness. I say, it's kind of the optimistic look at things from the bright side, the positive side outlook. You will never, and people achieve all kinds of things, but I don't think that they lead a great life unless you are focused on kindness, love, and happiness. The 6th one is an attitude of gratitude. Do you appreciate what you've got already? Do you appreciate the experiences that you've had? We've all had good experiences and bad experiences, but are you grateful for the lessons that you've learned from those experiences? Or are you still feeling victimized and put upon and put out and bad because of things that have happened to you in the past? There's nothing we can do about the past. The past is the past, and there's nothing any of us can do to change it, but we can take the lessons from the past and be grateful that we had those experiences because they put us in a different position, a better position to achieve what we want going forward. 7th is give value, be of service. Are you willing to give value? Are you willing to contribute positively to the world around you? Because guess what? Anything that we achieve, any success we have, is because we participate in an exchange of value. Energy is an exchange of value. Remember, energy cannot be created or destroyed, just change form. So everything that we do, if we want to succeed at something, or if we want to make money, we have to give value, give more value than the money that we expect to receive in in return, and we have to be of service. We have to be willing to help people if we ever expect to get anything of value in return for helping people. Next is ask questions, seek to understand. Are you curious? Do your homework, look into things, be willing to, again, just like being a self-starter, taking initiative, be willing to at least try to figure things out. There's nothing more frustrating than when people will ask you the same question over and over again, and all they need to do is Google it, right? And if you're so lacking in the ability to be a self-starter that you cannot even Google a question before you get, and get a little bit of a start on understanding something, why would anyone else, me or anybody else included, be gonna just do that for you and tell you the answer and do everything for you? That goes back to the work ethic and initiative. You have to be, they all kind of tie together, right? You have to be willing to at least put in a minimal amount of effort, and asking a question is pretty easy, right? Although that's one of the hardest things on the planet for me, is asking for help. But asking questions is easy. The next one is personal development, continuous improvement, and lifelong learning. If you think you're done, if you think that you've gone to school, you've been there, you've done that, you've got all the experiences you need, and that there's nothing else you can learn, there's no way you can grow, then this would not be the challenge for you. And I would definitely not be the person that you would want to be interacting with and coaching you, because I am all about lifelong learning and continuous improvement, and that no matter, I firmly believe that everything on this planet, everything we do, every way we do things can and will be improved over time. Everything we do, everything that exists will continually improve, or it'll decline, deteriorate, and die. I say let's be on the side of improving and growing all the time, not on the side of declining and decaying and dying. Of course, yes, we're all going to die someday, but we don't have to do it any sooner than is destined for us. The final thing that I have on my list of should you participate in the Get Up and Go Challenge or not is, are you willing to be yourself? Are you willing to be who you really are? If you're looking to be a copy of someone else, or just to model 100% of someone else and not bring your own authentic self to the table, to the party, you're not going to like the Get Up and Go Challenge, because it's all about understanding yourself better and building a strong foundation on who you really are to create the change and the difference and the success and the life and the business and whatever else that you want in the world, the family, the relationship, everything that you want comes from being built on you and who you really are, not on who you think you should be or who other people think you should be. And guess what? Just like everybody else, I get a lot of pressure to be like everybody else, to be normal, to be like your family, be like your sisters, go get a job. Really? After I don't know how many years I've been out of corporate America now, my mom will still say to me periodically, well, honey, maybe you should just go get a job. I'm like, really, Mom? I'm unemployable. I've been unemployable for decades, so I'm not going to go get a job. And then as a bonus one, I want to invite you to take 100% responsibility for everything in your life, even if it's not your fault. COVID-19 isn't my fault, right? But I take 100% responsibility to how I respond to it, how I'm reacting to it, what I am doing for my life about it. I'm not blaming politicians. I'm not looking to anyone outside me to fix it for me. I need to figure out, I take 100% responsibility of what do I need to do given this situation. Yep, it's outside of me. I can't control that, but I sure can control everything inside of me, and that includes every reaction I have to everything. So what are some things that I do in response to this? Number one, I think for myself. I don't watch the news and listen to the news incessantly. I decide what is right for my situation, because each of our situations are different. I personally am in a situation where I have to be safer and I have to be more careful with my health than a lot of other people. I don't think that what I have to do for me, everybody has to do. But I do take responsibility for doing what is right for me. I don't expect the government to tell me what to do. I don't expect my neighbors or my boss or my friends or my family to tell me what to do. I expect to take 100% responsibility and figure out what is right for me. And I expect that you will do the same. So that's our 10 things. Quickly again, work ethic is number one, hard work. Motivation, drive, hunger from inside of you, number two. Showing up, being on time, number three. Number 4, being a self-starter, taking initiative, taking that first step, being willing to ask the questions and doing what it takes, and being able to figure some stuff out on your own without having to ask for every single detail being explained to you. I should have these numbers. 5, kindness, love, and happiness, a positive outlook. Number 6, attitude of gratitude. Number 7, give value, be of service. Number 8, ask questions, seek to understand, be curious for goodness sakes, and do your homework. I don't know what number, personal development, continuous improvement, lifelong learning, and then be yourself and take 100% responsibility. So I would love to have you join us on the Get Up and Go Challenge, 11 a.m. Central Time on Monday. Yep, it's Memorial Day in the United States, but I didn't look at the calendar when I decided on the date. Or when we all decided on the date. So it's a holiday, but you can always catch the recording in the Get Up and Go Challenge page. I would also like to invite you to join the Get Up and Go Challenge group, because in there is where we share, it's a private group, so we share our homework and things in there. So if you're nervous, you can just listen to the challenge on the Get Up and Go Challenge page, but to really get the value out of it, you want to hop into the group and share your experiences. Actually do your homework and share your homework. And yeah, I'll give you all some prizes because I'm like everybody else, but I want you to do it for you. You're not doing it for the prizes. You're not doing it for me. I've already done this over and over and over again. I'm going to continue to do it over and over again for people, to help people to understand how much they're capable of. But it's for you. So hop in, do it, join the page, join the group, do the homework, go all in, participate. What have you got to lose? Just think about what you have to win. What do you have to gain by getting up and going? What do you have to gain for your life and for those that you love and care about? What have you got to gain? What else is possible by participating in the challenge? It's free, right? And just because it's free doesn't mean it isn't incredibly valuable and can change your life. Have an amazing day. If you have questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on Monday.